Hey, what's going on, guys? Collin from Triple J Armory. Today we're out here at the ModTac training range. I'm here with Ryan. He's a competition shooter for G9 ammo, and he is going to give us a little bit of an introduction into long-range shooting. So Ryan, tell me, what do you need to get started when it comes to long range?
Well, it's pretty simple. You need a rifle that shoots consistently with ammo that shoots consistently, and a scope that either tracks or you can dial, or you have a good reticle where you can use holdovers and use that consistently, right? All of those need to add up to match your dope.
For me, I don't quite know what this is. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't know what this is. What is dope?
So dope is data on previous engagements.
Okay.
Lots of different ways to collect dope. You can do a hard dope collection where you have a set. So out here we've got targets out to 615 yards. You take a shot, you measure where it is based on either a mil or an MOA reticle. Mil being mil-radian, MOA being minute of angle. That's kind of long range 202, right. But you're really going to stick with one of those two methods. And then you need something to chronograph your velocities or see how fast your bullets are going. It's not hard. You don't need a fancy setup to get into this. When I started, I had a Remington 700 and a Magpul Hunter chassis or stock, and it worked. I had a scope that tracked. Tracking is when you go up a mil, it goes up a mil, or when you go up 8 mils, it goes up 8 mils, but it stays consistency. The nice part for you is I've already got really good dope on this rifle. So it's just a matter of getting you behind the rifle, making sure the rifle fits your body position, and then applying the correct ballistic calculation, putting you on target, adjusting for wind, and sending off rounds, bud.
Well, cool. Let's do it.
Well, so we got it set up here. We're just gonna get you behind it. We're gonna adjust a little bit of the rifle to you because it's adjusted to me right now.
Okay.
A little bit of size difference in there. But we're gonna apply some fundamentals to you, and it should go pretty seamless. So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. So first things first is we're gonna adjust your length of pull. So go ahead and make a 90-degree for me of your arm. Just stick it straight up like that. All right. So that's actually not too bad. We could probably shorten it a little bit. I like it short because you're not always shooting from the prone or the seated position, and it gives me a little bit more ability to move behind the rifle. But that actually might not be too bad for you. So go ahead and get down behind the rifle. Yep, so get everything in tight. So our bolt's open right now. We don't have a magazine in there. That rifle is open and clear and safe. How's that reticle look for you? Do you have any black rings around it, or can you see okay?
Yeah, no, I can see perfectly fine. No black rings. Everything is clear.
Okay, so we're gonna do a quick dry fire press just to get you used to this trigger a little bit. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to run the bolt forward. There you go. Now when you put your finger on that trigger, I like to go on the inside crease. So you get
right about here.
Yep, inside crease. So you got bone on metal. So I get a good consistent pull. So it is going to be a light trigger, so just heads up.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and put your hand in there. Yep, nice and smooth, straight back. Perfect, there you go.
Sweet. Easy.
All right, you ready to try it?
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
All right, so.
Well, so real quick to kind of explain to me, so why the crease?
So that's actually from Ridgeline Precision. I've been shooting for a long time, and I actually changed that up watching Alex shoot for groups. I've got big fingers with a lot of squish in there, and I want to eliminate as much of that movement as I possibly can. Okay. So by going into that crease, I get less movement against my trigger press.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Awesome.
So your dope's dialed on already. We've got on 0.9. We're at 315 yards.
Okay.
There's not a lot of wind right now, so we don't really need to worry about wind. We're shooting a 6.5 Creedmoor. That's not going to have a lot of wind anyway.
Right.
These 130 grains from G9 are going about 3,000 feet per second, so they're screaming fast. I'm going to get behind you on glass, and when you get down, we're going to check our level.
Okay.
All right, we're going to check our level. We're going to make sure our target's on, everything is safe. There's nothing behind our target. We can still engage everything all right.
Now, it may seem like a silly question. Why is level important?
So level is important because that gun is going to shoot in a softball style arc, right? Okay. Imagine a big old rainbow coming out of that thing.
Right.
If I have that rainbow off canter or off tilt, I've now changed my Y and my X axis of where that bullet's going.
Right.
So I might send it left.
upward arc, now you're starting to see
Exactly.
arcs
Now
like that.
I'm going to be off target pretty severe, even just a couple of degrees.
Right.
If I don't have that gun perfectly level.
Body mechanics wise, so obviously, you know, we're sitting up on here. I've got my hand back here. Why do I have this bag?
Yeah. So height in relation to your target. All right. So we always want 2 points of contact or as stable as we can be on this rifle. Prone being the most stable, seated or simulated prone being the next. But I have very fine control back here with this bag. So if I squeeze up or squeeze the bag, it brings the rear of my rifle up just a hair.
Right.
So it gives me that little bit of increment where I can actually change the level of my rifle to put me on target more accurately.
Yeah. So instead of you trying to figure out where this level is and trying to move your body, you're just letting the bag do the work.
Right. I'm doing a 2/3 rule, right? So I got 2 fingers on the rifle and I got 3 fingers down on the bag where I can squeeze the bag a little bit, and that's going to give me that up and down movement. So I'm going to move this actually into your shoulder a little bit more. There you go. Yep, 2/3 finger rule on that bag. Can you see that target okay?
Yep, I see it.
All right, so check level. Just a little bit, there you go. Yep,
right,
so I'm
we
gonna
got
get
good
behind
level.
you. Go ahead and run that bolt forward. There you go. And then not a whole lot of wind, so I just hold straight up, right center of that target. Spotter's up.
All right, sending.
Send it. Smack. Nice shot, bud.
That's beautiful. So like we're at 300 right now.
Yeah.
What am I doing? If, let's say we want to move to that 400 out there. What am I doing here to adjust for that?
So now we need to adjust the launch angle of the bullet.
Okay.
All right, so we can do that one of 2 ways. We can either hold it in the ladder or the reticle that's actually in the scope, or we can dial it on our scope. So.
And this scope is in mils, correct?
Correct. I like to shoot in 10s instead of 4s and 16ths in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
All right.
It's much easier to count in tens.
So 400 yards on this 6.5 is going to be about 1.9, 1.8. Okay. So we're going to put on 1.8.
And for each click that you're doing here, what is that adjustment?
That's 1 mil, or excuse me, that's 1/10 of a mil. So body position again. Nice and smooth. I'm gonna adjust your parallax just a little bit so you can see that target clear. You tell me, how's it look?
Good, I can see the 4.
All right. I'll get behind you. All right, we got a little bit of left to right wind, but nothing too crazy.
Okay.
I'd still hold straight up on that target. All right, spotter's up, send it.
Give that back a little squeeze. Sending.
Just over the top, so we're a little high. It's okay. So we'll come down, we're gonna come down 0.3, and we'll try that again.
Okay.
All right. So send it one more.
All right, I'm holding dead center.
That sounds good to me.
Sending.
Send it. Smacked it. Perfect.
Oh.
Center shot. So if we're gonna 6,
Got
we're gonna refer to the Kestrel real quick on that one. It should be about 3. We're gonna look at it though.
Okay. And this is another thing. What is this Kestrel? What is
So the
Kestrel
Kestrel is just, this is a really, really fancy way of doing dope,
Okay.
right? There's plenty of apps on your phone that'll do it. You can collect hard dope on your own. Kestrels are kind of the easy button, but you still have to put the correct information in order to get the correct information out.
It's not a total just cheat.
It's not, but it's close. So you put garbage in, you get garbage out. That's why you want to get good muzzle velocities, a good consistent ammo, and run with that.
Right. The more consistent that stuff is, the easier it makes the math.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay. All right, so we were at 400. Now we're going out to 600. Rather than adjusting for 600, I want to do a hold for 600.
Okay.
So how do I do that?
Easy. So we're going to zero out our turret. So we're back to 0. So now it's our 100-yard 0 that's set on here.
Okay.
Inside this Tremor 3 reticle, you have hashes, right? So a ladder that goes up and down on that reticle. There's numbers that correspond to what's on the top of your turret here, all right? So in your reticle, I want you to hold 3 mils. So you're gonna put that target at 3 mils inside that reticle.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense.
Let's get her done.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So let's make sure we check level. All right, I got the white top and the yellow bottom. Not a lot of wind. Let's just hold centered up right now.
Okay.
And when you're ready, go ahead and send it.
All right, so I'm gonna try to hit the red line.
Perfect. Spotter up.
Sending.
Send it. So, little low. So I'm not sure we held enough dope. So make sure we're actually holding 3 mils of elevation then. Let's try it one more time. Spotter up.
Sending.
Send it. Boom. Nicely done.
So yeah, that was 600 yards, 6 football fields, which is insane to me. And I feel like I still have so much to learn.
You're not wrong, and we all do. I'm learning every chance I can, taking as many classes as I can, but the only way to really get good at it is by coming out and do it. And you did that today, and we'll get you out here again for some more advanced techniques and some mental gymnastics, all that fun stuff. But you did great today.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I can't wait to keep going and try it again and see what more we can get into.
Look forward to having you out again.
Thank you, man.
You betcha, bud. Absolutely.
Real quick, we got to thank everybody, ModTech Training Group, for letting us come out here and use their range today. I got to thank Ryan for teaching us some stuff. Also, G9 Ammo for supplying all the ammo that we shot. It's extremely good ammo, extremely accurate and consistent. If you want to know more about this rifle, we're going to put a build list down in the description, as well as all the info of the awesome people that we had help us today. Otherwise, again, thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time.